Hey guys, and welcome to my channel, Masses32210. Today's is kind of a subject I've been playing around with the last couple of months, and this is problems with your VW shifter. Now I'm talking about the air cooled. I'm old school air cooled. If you built a custom rail buggy, kind of like what I've done, the major issue arose. I took it by a shop here in town, and I had them do a bunch of little stuff that I wasn't going to bother with. Well, let's just say some things just aren't up to par. Major issue was they did all this work, they took it on a test ride. Did they get it out of second gear? That's a question to be asked, because nobody will answer my question. And the question is, why want to shift into third and fourth gear? Well, I messed around with it about 3 months ago, I believe, if not longer. I got it out of the shop. I drove it around here, but I can only go, like I said, first, second gear, and I can hit reverse. So if you know how the standard shifter works, always remember, whatever you do at the shifter is doing the opposite back at the transmission. So obviously, if I was trying to go into first, the little ball would want to swing to the back. And let me show you what I mean. This is the original shifter, and before it went to the shop, it was working just fine in my buggy. And like I said, what I was saying is, and this is exactly how I would face the front of the vehicle on this, because this is a later style shifter for 65. This little nub would sit into the cup that would be cut out for it. As you're trying to go into first, the back of the ball pivots back towards the back of it. Well, as we all have these, if you're running a stock style shifter, you're going to have a reverse lockout plate. Now the question arose, why wouldn't it shift in first and third? Obviously, I had it shifting fine before it went to the shop. I did ask the shop to go ahead and install me a little bushing on the rod going back to the transmission. So after not playing with it for about 3 or 4 months, I kind of got irritated, and I said, well, it's just time to figure this out. I want to go play. My buddy Jason was over here, and we got looking at it. I told him, well, my idea was, let's just undo the shifter bushing completely and let it be free, and let's see what it does. We done that. I got this shifter to start working perfect. It would shift first, second, third, fourth, and reverse. So I was like, cool. You know, at that point, I was almost willing to quit right there, but after spending about $60, $80, I can't remember with shipping, for an MP short throw shifter, it was, you know, nicer. This is one that I took out of a fiberglass buggy. Matter of fact, my buddy Jason, about 4 years ago when I started the build, gave me this Hurst T-handle. So it had some kind of reason why I wanted to keep this, but there's nothing like a nice, firm, crisp, clean shifter. Well, this is what I found, and whether one of these or both these could have been the culprit, but I know with this now that the major issue I had was with shift bushing. It wasn't allowing it to move freely, different things. So that, you know, that's just minute adjustments, and that's where I was wrong. Whenever you put a new shifter in, whether a Beetle or sandrail or just about generally anything VW air-cooled based, loosen the two 13mm nuts and slide it back and forth. And just what I'd normally do is I leave one super loose, I leave one tight as I'm adjusting it. Move it forward, try all your gears, move it back, you know, until you get the gearing. Now the main subject of this video is this. And yes, I know you guys that install these MP shifters are kind of looking like, hey, this dude's an idiot. Kinda not. After I went ahead and installed the MP shifter, I went back to the original problem. Now this shifter wasn't allowing the first and third gear to be accessed. So kept playing with it, and my buddy Jason laid up under my rail, nice big clearance under there. He grabbed handed him my cell phone, took a couple pictures, and noticed that the ball on that shifter, for you guys that don't know this or getting into VWs, just the little end ball, what it was doing is actually, when we were trying to go into first, it was hitting the back right here. Kept hitting it back. So now I don't know at this part whether it was a manufacturing mistake or was it something I did when we built the buggy. Something I goofed up when I fabbed everything up. I never had the bushing that you should have on the shift rod. But an easy solution I found, we both thought of it at the same time, or Jason thought of it, or one of us. This would be the actual plate that would sit under the shifter. You would have your shifter mounted through here, your bolts, and this would sit on top of your shift box, whatever kind of style you run it. Took my air die grinder out and took about 1/8 of an inch off roughly to the back, because I know as the shifter moves forward, the ball wants to come back, and I knew, you know, we had already figured out it was a clearance issue. Took 1/8 of an inch off right off the back side, the part facing to the back of the vehicle, because I know I needed the shifter to go forward. We put the shifter in with the bolts, started tightening it down. I moved it back and forth. All of a sudden it started sliding into all 4 gears and reverse easily. At that point I wasn't going to take it off and risk anything else, so I just decided to leave this off. We bolted it down, all 4 gears were being accessed, good to go. Let me show you this. This would be, oh sorry guys, that right there is my MP shifter. Such crisp clean shifts out of this. I mean, I can't complain. There's nothing better. Right now, first gear, neutral, and this is super throw. You got first, second, neutral, third, fourth. I mean, this thing is so firm. Pull it up and back, now you're in reverse. Simple, easy. Feels almost like little, I guess being just built, yeah, it's kind of grimy right now, it needs to be cleaned up. But crisp and clean, firm shifts, can't really complain on that. Definitely gotta thank Jason. There's the bushing I'm talking about right there. That little black piece is, I believe it's, I can't remember the part number. Sorry for getting y'all's way. This is part number 9213, MP, I believe. It's either MP or Bug Pack. It's either one of the two, but I believe it's 9213 is the part number. Simple is the stock shift rod right there, going into universal buggy style box. I hope this clears it up. I hope I explained it well enough. If I haven't, just leave me a comment or instant message me through YouTube, and you know I can answer any questions. But I hope kind of alleviate somebody's headache on what's going on with their shifter if you've happened to custom build a buggy from scratch. Well, thank you guys for watching my channel. Hey, and always please thumbs up.